G'day everyone, welcome to my channel, MartyGrows. This channel mostly features farming simulator gameplay. The episode's about to kick off. I hope you enjoy the show. Please hit the like and subscribe button and feel free to leave a comment. Let's get on with the show. G'day everyone, welcome back to Korpi. Yes, it is sugar beet harvest time. Taken a while, but they're finally all growing up. So, I got a lot of work this month, I think. The field is a little bit bigger than I sort of thought it would be. Not sure I have anywhere to store the sugar beet if it doesn't all fit into the sugar mill either. Hopefully the corn should be alright here. Yeah, it's only in its first growth stage. Oops. I think this guy might be lost. Although I want one of them. Not quite sure where he's going. Well, our track's in use, so I suppose that's a good thing. I reckon one of the neighbours has just come by to have a laugh at my sugar beet farm. But enough procrastinating. Let's get this started. So the 150, which, okay, it's upgraded and it's a 209, but it'll always be the 150 for us, is going to be our tractor of choice for most of the work today. We've got the really cool mower that takes the top off the sugar beet, and then the really cool diggery out of the ground part that will, in theory, make nice rows of the sugar beet. And once all that's done, we can hook up the bucket to, not sure the 150, but maybe the Zeta over there. We'll have to see what tractor's free. And it can scoop up all the sugar beet. We'll drop it into a trailer and then finally drop it into our sugar mill. Theoretically, it will all work perfectly. In practice, well, stay tuned. We also got a small wheat field here to harvest. So I might get the wheat field kicked off. It'll pretty much look after itself for the most part. And what I was thinking is I really don't need these two fields here. So once these are both harvested, we'll plough up the strip between them and make this just one field. So let's see if I can get all this hooked up. I brought it all down here and I hope the 150 has enough power to actually make all this work. It really is only the topper that needs PTO. Like, this does dig stuff out of the ground, but it's not too bad. Yes, I know I said I'd kick off the wheat harvest first, but hey, have you watched my videos lately? Alright. Narrow tyres, so row crop, whatever they're called, narrow tyres. It shouldn't be a problem driving through the corn. I just hope that this doesn't spit it all out. Yeah, gonna do some manually, I think. We'll see how we go. So, what do we got? The back part of it we don't want yet. Let's try and get the right front tool. Lower it down. B for broom. So it looks like that's mowing it good. Then we change to the back tool. Lower it down. Since it has a PTO, I'm assuming B for broom to turn it on too. And it's moving. Let's see what happens. Look at that. Our sugar beet's coming out of the ground. Not too shabby. Of course, I've still got to pick it all up. As part of the pack that these two tools come from, there is another conveyor belt system that'll pick it up off the ground and spit it out. Oh, missed a strip. But that means having a tractor go along, then another one follow it, and I don't... Well, it's $40,000 too, so I don't think I need it to be that complex. Not quite sure how many sugar beet there are in each row and how many times this bucket's going to have to be emptied. But yeah, we'll find out. Yeah, missed it. It's not quite as wide as I thought it was. So it works. At least the first part of it works. It's a little bit labour intensive, but it seems to be doing okay. And the sugar beet look quite pretty coming out the back, all nice and orderly. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is drive into the cornfield and see what happens. Good, nothing. So that's all well and good. A little bit curious to see what will happen if I try and use CoursePlay with this. I'll line it up, get it into the field, and see how we go. I'm not sure if the, what do you call it, I suppose the arm or the forks will be a problem or not. And it's a lot bigger field than I thought when I planted it, but we'll see what happens. 2.9, I might bring it in slightly, because I keep missing a row when I go through. I'm not sure if it's just me or the tool, but if I assume the working width is a little bit narrower, it'll overlap slightly. Okay, so half an hour, it's not too bad, and it's currently working. Let's get rid of these lines. Okay, because the field's not quite square. I'm glad I cleared out all the trees that were ahead of us last episode, because it's going to make this a lot easier for it to turn around. I think we can probably change this so it doesn't need to turn on the field. Only turn on field, deactivate. So that should let it run off the edge of the field and make it turn a little bit easier. Misses the very first row, but we can always come back and grab that if we need to. Okay, it looks like this is working. I'll just make sure that the next row that it does is actual full width. Yes. Generally the first or last rows are closer together, just so it'll all fit into the field tidily. Yeah, it's gone off the field this time. And stopped, which is good. I was about to jump on and stop it before it went crazy into the river. looks like it's working good. Okay, I think once we hit the end of this row, I might jump across. I might use the new harvester just for the hell of it. I have to change the header on it, but we'll use the new harvester on this wheat field because it just sounds awesome. And this is looking pretty good. Get the harvester going and then work out what else we can get done. Hello me, and how cool is the sound starting up? Try and drop this out of the way slightly. Probably gonna lock that tractor in, but that's a problem for later. Sorry, lock that plough in. This is a little bit narrower width than my other harvester, but it's a tiny field too, so I don't think it'll be a problem. Now, do we need to unfold? Doesn't look like it. Do we need to turn it on and make it really loud? Yes. Probably need to bring a trailer over here too. The good news is it works, and it shouldn't take it too long. It's a tiny field. I think joining up this field, the new area that I ploughed, plus the Sugar Beet one when I eventually clear it, will be pretty good. It does blow a fair bit of smoke out, but oh well. I probably need to jump into Zeta and get a trailer over here pretty quickly though. Just wait for it to get out of the way before I drive past. A little bit excited that this actually works, because I'm looking forward to making some sugar and getting my donut production underway. It's probably been 6 months worth of effort from when I decided I wanted to do donuts to get into this stage. Okay, we'll drop this in the field so it can empty this out pretty soon. Not the quickest of harvesters, and hopefully it won't just stop there. Ooh. It's only 60% full, so it'll do maybe 2 combine loads, about 10,000 litres if we're lucky. I want to work out where my other trailer is, but we'll just drop these silage forks off somewhere that hopefully I remember where they are, then pick up the bucket and see if I can pick up the sugar beet. Chickens are doing good, and there's eggs that I need to pick up and move across to the donut factory as well. Our old windmill grain mill has finally used up all the canola and wheat that have been dropped into it, so it's going to get sold this month. I didn't just crash into the bucket really badly. And I'll put in the extended grain mill over near where the sugar mill and, turn the corner, oil mill are. So all that wheat will be the first load to go into that too. Probably should have gone and picked up this trailer over here before I put the big bucket on, but doesn't matter. Canola's been going insane and I'm tempted to sell. Gee, I might leave that trailer, but I have another one over near the old windmill that's full of canola and a little bit of olive oil. And depending on if we need more money for everything this month or not, I might just sell them. I would like to leave all that until the price is a bit better, because it will still go up by about $1,000 over the next couple of months. Okay. Probably doesn't matter too much where this trailer is, so we'll drop it off there, get this down and see what happens. Okay, the combine doesn't want to self-unload, which is a little bit annoying. But we'll get to that in a second, because I want to see how this goes. A little bit hard to drive, but it seems to pick up fine. Okay, I can see a problem with this already. Can't lift up the bucket. That's okay, we have a weight. So I'll drop that off. Not drive straight through the Sugar Beet. Alright, I will unload this combine and then work out where my rear weight is. Not sure why it didn't pick up the trailer being in the field. Or maybe I haven't set it to auto unload in the configuration too. Yep, I need to do some configurating for it. So, CoursePlay. Stop while unloading activated, combine self-unload activated. So now it'll pick up the trailer. We'll zip over and unload it quickly so it doesn't get too confused. But it should pick up the trailer now without a problem. And the tractor fits under it. Didn't even consider that. The horse eater's just a little buzz compared to the big rumble of the combine. Okay, we got a weight over here. That I can line up on a lot better. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I hope that this will lift it, although I can always try it on the John Deere, or at worst case, once the 150 is finished, I can, it's here somewhere, I can always put the bucket on the 150 once it's finished doing the initial part of this. Okay, try and pick this up without tipping the tractor over. And it's still too heavy. Okay. If I only go to 80%. Oops. Tipped out a little bit too much. Alright. See if I can go to 60% just to try this out. That works better. Just. So, yes. I think I need a bigger tractor on this. I'm assuming the 150 will be heavier. I'll swing around. Ooh. Next problem, this might not be high enough to get into this tractor. Into this trailer. That works. Piece of cake. So get we go up to about 60%. And drop it back in. Actually, you know what? Oops. Okay. Step 1, go very slow with this. Even with the weight on, might need a heavier weight even. But that's okay, weights are fairly cheap. What we can do though is go drop it into our sugar mill. Hopefully. Now let's check that out. Okay, all of 2,000 litres of sugar, or sugar beet. We'll activate it, make sure it's set to storing. And wow, it's going to go through this sugar beet in no time. That's less than an hour to process that by the look of it. It's also quite expensive to run, so what I might do is swing around this way a little bit and throw in just a couple of my favourite wind generators. So these will take a while before they pay for themselves, but it'll help offset the cost of the sugar mill. So it takes about 10 months, 11 months for each of them to actually pay for themselves, but after that they're free income basically. Okay, I might see why the harvester's stopped, because it doesn't look like there's any reason for it to have. But a couple of other things I want to get kicked off now. And I think the 150 might be a bit better for doing this than the Zeta. So we'll drop off the rear weight here too. looks like it's a 900 kilo weight. Potentially we're going to have to go get a bigger weight. Not quite sure why the harvester decided to stop. I think the trailer might have got knocked. So we'll get that moved out of the way, and the harvester kicked off again. This is a lower trailer, so it might be better for the sugar beet to go into as well. Alright, we'll jump across to the harvester. Get this started up again. That looks good. So this totally crushed that field. I was not expecting it to finish that fast. Of course, it's only half the work. Now I've got to go through and pick it all up. Don't think I'll worry about trying to go along the edge to get those tiny bits, but there is a row here that will do. This is where I missed it on my very first pass. All in all, I gotta say I am pretty happy with this setup for sugar beet. Go drop these in the shed and attach this to the bucket. Yeah, this shed's probably the easiest to get them into. Make sure I'm on the right tool. Okay, there's one off. And the second one. Luckily, the sugar beet doesn't get flattened once it's out of the ground. Yeah, this is going to be, not too bad. We'll see how we go. We'll grab the weight. And a bucket. All my pallet loading practice should come in handy for this. It's a very fine line between picking it up and digging it into the ground. Alright, it lifts it at 60% fine. %, start to get a bit dodgy. Alright. Definitely. Okay, a quick trip to the store is in order, and I'll see if I can get a couple of hundred, or probably the biggest weight I can get maybe. Yep, it's only 73% and it's already bouncing it around a lot. Okay. How do we... Ooh. There we go. So, fixing up the combine, and it does auto-unload. Yay! Did it fill up and have like half a pass to go? Now this weight will be handy up here, so I'll drop it off before I head down to the store. Also make sure I can drive with this big bucket on. Yep, looks good, so I'll send him down to the store. So refuel as well, and jump into the store menu. Okay, so it's a John Deere pickup 900 that we currently have. Got a 1.2. I think I might go the 1.8 John Deere green, which fits in with the colour scheme, and it has each pin through it. While we're here, we might as well get it repaired and refueled. Another $140 worth of fuel. Repair everything, so only $530 for the tractor still. This was new, it's only done 20 hours. Okay, and while I'm here I might try and take my water trailer back. It's topping up the greenhouse and it may or may not have fallen into the river. Alright, we'll get him going back there because I have a harvester to get sorted out. So, river parking. Okay, I'll go tidy up the harvester and then move that out of the way. Bison FMG. It sounds so cool starting up. Just put it here for now. That sounds awesome. And go get the 150 sorted out. Hopefully that's out of the way. So I need to sell my old grain mill and put a new one in. I think now might be a good time to do that because we have a trailer load of grain to get rid of. So hello good grain mill that has done fantastic since the very earliest episodes. But I need to put a bigger one in now. So there's no crop or anything left in it. It says it's not empty, but everything's at 0. So we get 6,500 for the building. Don't think I'll bother expanding. Weird. Don't think I'll bother expanding a field just for that little piece. It's a pretty cool view of the farm. The straw in the far field and all the sugar beet I need to pick up in the new. Gonna put it in here. Go away trees, you're in the way. So production, factories, extended grain mill for $50,000. And where does it drop out and pick up? Okay. That should be pretty good. We drop off at the grate on the front right, and it spawns just on the other side of the grate. If I don't think about it too much, I won't worry about it too much. Done. And we're left with $3,000 again. Okay, let's get this grain dropped in. I'll need to put an auto drive delivery point in for this at some stage too, but that's a problem for later. Okay, inaugural drop of wheat. Beam's in the way, how annoying. Okay, the benefit of this is, hey, we've got 9,000 litres of wheat, which we can now activate. No, we can't. We'll deactivate that. Wheat plus pig food. So it's assuming that all of the parts that aren't used and would normally be trash from converting the wheat or barley, etc. to flour are going to be used to make pig food. And yes, there will be pig food or pigs at some stage, but I'd like to build up at least 3 or 4 pallets of pig food plus money, because pigs cost money, before I get them. Let's get this activated. Make sure it's set to storing. As it is 5 to 4, we should get maybe 6 pallets of flour. $150's done 20 hours, nearly 21 already. So we're certainly making use of it. Okay, with the new heavier weight, I'm hoping I'll get a bit of a bump, 100% of the bucket loaded up. Got to try and find a point where it's on the ground, but I can still steer, which I didn't get this time. Can't go too quick either, or it bounces and misses bits. The new weight is just heavy enough. That's right on the limit. Not sure I'll be able to completely fill this trailer either. What's blocked by an object? Oh, it's going around the tree right down the end of the field. Nope, needs to be lower. There we go. Just like ice cream. Just scoop it up. Okay. Well, I'm going to do one more row, just because you all like watching this so much. Oops, it's full already. I did 2, that's not bad. I need to lift it up a little bit slower because I was lifting the back wheels up off the ground. Our weight is right on the limit of what we need for this. I'm glad I didn't try and get a bigger bucket. One day maybe we'll have one of those big flash sugar beet harvesters that cost like $500,000. For now, probably this harvest, and most likely the next, we have a really cool setup that works. Need to remember to make sure I got the bucket low enough before I go charging off down the road. And our loading wagon is still waiting for me to do something with it. Why is it sitting in the middle of nowhere, you ask? Why indeed? Ooh. Why is there no sugar? It should have made some sugar by now. Probably because it's set to storing and not spawning. I'll go sort that out because I want to take some over to the donut place. Okay. So I know I've only said I will have 2 of any production, and that's just a me rule. So I wasn't happy with my manure little outhouses because they're way too slow. So I'm going to put in an actual manure factory. Take straw and convert it to manure. Then out of money yet again, but that's alright. And once this eventually gets around to unloading, I'll run it over the river to the outhouse over the river. Alright, I can pick up the straw that I have in the outhouse. And we have 41... Oh, what have I got? Ah, I've also got a little bit of slurry there, but that will just probably get sold. I got 41,000 litres of straw, which is... Ooh, 2 more loads of the loading wagon. Okay, that was pretty quick. The manure factory has a capacity of about 30,000 litres. So, because it's got a heap of water in it, if I sell it, I'm going to get 10,500 for the water. I'm going to subtract that because I don't think you should get money just for the water. The slurry manure and the 40,000 litres of straw that sells at less than half the price of normal. Is it worth the effort for $1,000 to unload all of that? Probably not. Okay, so I'll debit 10,530. I think the building was worth about $233. Remove 10,530. But we'll put in what we can. Don't remember if I've already shoved some flour in here or not. Nope. Awesome. It held it all. Got more stuff to pick up, so I'm not even going to check that just yet. I'll go round, load up the eggs, and then grab some flour, no, some sugar, and then we'll come back and check out the actual donut production. Okay, get these swung around and emptied in. Nobody saw that, right? If it wasn't on video, it never happened. Okay. It's only just room with that field there, so I'm glad I didn't make that field any bigger. Okay, there is a back. Go too far back and it stops. we'll get these eggs in. Actually drop this trailer off. Don't know if it'll still keep doing the eggs or not. Yep. Because there's part of a pallet over here. Although this was my first chicken pen. Ooh, there's a lot of honey there I need to do something with too. Although this was my first chicken pen, it does only hold 40 chickens and they're not really going to keep up with the egg production that I need now. So I think I might get some money and then sell them and put in another 2 like the one over there. Trailer's loaded and it's taken the eggs from there, so we'll just sit here for a second. Hook up to this trailer so that I can drag it back across to where the flour is. But first we'll check out our actual donut production. Okay, 25,000 flour, 20,000 sugar and 15 egg. Let's activate it and change it to spawning. Next month we've got a canola field over there to harvest and we'll get these fields fixed up. Turn this tractor off. We got our donuts producing, yay! And yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It's only 5 more months to another sugar beet harvest. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next month. Welcome back everyone. It looks like we've reached the end of another episode. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment if I've done something or you think I should try or do something else. I hope to see you all again in the next episode. Back in my box.